Alright, as RWL Rage continues, Myra, and here's one of interest to you. It's Death by Snoo time for the future endeavor, Blair Davenport and Carmella, as they get into a 2-on-1 handicap against Tag-Dione the Titaness. Death by Snoo time, hooray!
This next 2-on-1 handicap match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Milan, Italy, standing 6 feet 5 inches, weighing 165 pounds, Titaness, the Titaness.
The big bad Italian Testarossa, Tag-Dione the Titaness herself. And she is going to be taking on two members of the future endeavor in a 1-on-2 handicap matchup. And after the battering the other members of the future endeavor have taken, will there be anything left of Blair Davenport and Carmella for Tag-Dione to clean up?
Who cares? They're bums, ain't they? Let Tag-Dione have a little snoo time.
Four opponents coming down the aisle. From Wellington, New Zealand, Blair Davenport, and from Staten Island, New York, Carmella, representing the future endeavor.
The future endeavor brought this mess on themselves, y'all. That's why the whole damn locker room ganged up against them. It's why we saw Jody Dvorak wrestling on the same side as Liberty Bell. Well, now we're gonna see the big girl in action, and they might slow Tag-Dione down. But it's gonna take a lot to hurt her, and I don't think Blair and Carmella got it like that.
Indeed, Blair and Carmella, capable of handling people their own size. But Tag-Dione the Titaness is two of them put together, and I don't know if they're gonna have the wherewithal to take Tag-Dione down for a 3 count or a submission.
You'll notice Dakota Kai isn't appearing. Dakota Kai isn't appearing because she's not capable of appearing. Blair Davenport and Carmella are really all they've got left. G.D. Dolan too, but she's not here tonight either. It's going to be a rough night for these two.
And on handicap matches, Tag-Dione the Titaness says, I do them for fun, but they pay phenomenally well. Blair Davenport, starting us off as Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Both ladies miss. Blair Davenport countered quickly by Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione escorts Davenport towards the ropes. Delivers the shot. Whoa! Over the shoulder, over the top rope, out onto the floor went Tag-Dione. Blair Davenport on the top turnbuckle. Tag-Dione rolls back in and whoa, big time. Caught a lot of air and a whole bunch of nothing. A kick to the midsection from Blair Davenport. Tag-Dione shoves her back, a running kick to the face, another kick, and a headbutt. Down goes Blair Davenport, a stomp to the midsection. Tag-Dione imposing her will on Blair Davenport. The future endeavor. There's a kick to the head from Blair Davenport as Carmella is brought in on the tag. Carmella swings and misses. Tag-Dione gets a hold of her. An abdominal stretch in the center of the ring. Blair Davenport intercedes, but no need. Carmella with a head scissor finds her way out. Gets a hold of Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione gives her a knee to the midsection and right back into the abdominal stretch again. Tag-Dione capable of scientific moves, but prefers to brawl. Whoa! Carmella deposits her head first. Tag-Dione rounds her up over the shoulder. Head first into the far corner turnbuckle. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One, but only one. Tag-Dione back up on her. Oh my! Just putting the boots to Carmella. Carmella with a forearm. Fails to connect with her move. Tag-Dione fails to connect with the kick. And look at this. This is a beautiful head scissor. Well executed by Carmella. Tag-Dione counters with a shot. Gets a hold of Carmella. Whips her to the ropes. Has her up. Oh, slammed her face first into the canvas. Tag-Dione misses with the leg drop. A running drop kick from Carmella. Carmella rounds Tag-Dione up a hard shot right to the head of the Titaness. as Blair Davenport tags in. Tag-Dione moves it. Whoa! A running takedown worthy of the NFL. Tag-Dione slams Blair Davenport's head into the canvas. Goes after Carmella. Nails her with a right and an enziguri that leaves her out on the floor. Blair Davenport on her own for the moment here against Tag-Dione. Counters with a kick. Tag-Dione rolls out, swings and misses. A kick to the midsection from Blair Davenport, but countered into a back body drop by the Titaness. Tag-Dione with a right gets a hold of Blair Davenport over the shoulder. Samoan drop from Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Blair Davenport catches a double axe handle to the head. Carmella still hasn't recovered as Tag-Dione imposes wrist clutch stomps to the chest of Blair Davenport. Tag-Dione rolls herself back in. A shoulder to Carmella, and down she goes. Both members of the team laid out. Tag-Dione, the Titaness, standing tall as only you can when you're 6'5". Tag-Dione charges and oh! A tragic crash and burn here. Tag-Dione failing to connect with the high-risk maneuver. Blair Davenport nails her with a DDT on the outside as referee Willie Johnson counts. Tag-Dione bouncing off the barricade like a pinball off a bumper. Blair Davenport figuring out where she's going to go, gets a hold of Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione delivers a knee to the midsection, tries to back up. Blair Davenport gets a hold of her, drives her into the barricade again. Davenport backing away from Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione finally snaps out of it. Makes her way back inside the ring. Blair Davenport right there from behind. Tag-Dione with elbows to the midsection. A hard right. Tag-Dione with a snap mare on Blair Davenport. A rebound off the ropes and a drop kick right to the face of Blair Davenport. Oh my, here we go. Tag-Dione charges, shoulder square into the midsection of Blair Davenport. Stuck in the far corner in a seated position. A series of machine gun kicks from Tag-Dione the Titaness. Tag-Dione rounds up Davenport. Another hard whip into the far corner. Tag-Dione the Titaness has her up, slams her down. Hard scoop slam. Tag-Dione with a stomp to Blair Davenport. Davenport counters and sweeps the leg, gets back up on her feet. Looks like she's beating it out of town. Here comes Carmella on the tag. Tag-Dione standing center ring waiting for her. Hard right spins Carmella around. She's got her up in the electric chair position. Oh, slam face first. Electric chair face buster from Tag-Dione the Titaness. A shot to Blair Davenport. A leg drop to Carmella. Blair Davenport with a cheap shot to Tag-Dione. Followed up with another. Carmella rounded up by Tag-Dione. Tag-Dione with a kick to the midsection. Sets it up in the pump handle. Oh! Pump handle driver. And not even a one was Blair Davenport, spoiling the pin. And then strutting out like a pigeon. Tag-Dione off the middle rope, misses with the crossbody. Carmella rebounds off the ropes and a driving knee into the head of Tag-Dione the Titaness. And Blair Davenport is brought back in as Tag-Dione stands back up. Here we go. Misses with the leg drop. Blair Davenport slams Tag-Dione to the canvas face first, delivers a stomp to the back. Davenport with a kick to the midsection, a stomp to the side of the head of Tag-Dione. And Tag-Dione starting to actually slow down a little bit here after being dominant for most of this matchup. Blair Davenport with kicks to the leg of Tag-Dione the Titaness, trying to keep her off her vertical base, rounds her back up to a standing position. And here we go, possible submission here. Willie Johnson checking things out. Blair Davenport has it. Oh, look at this. Tag-Dione stands on up, slams her down, finding her way out of danger. Blair Davenport can't believe it. Gets a hold of Tag-Dione, whips her to the far corner, charges, delivers a wicked kick to the face of Tag-Dione. She is stunned badly. Tag-Dione the Titaness rounded up again. A kick to the midsection, a chop, a kick. And a DDT from Blair Davenport. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg one. And only a one. Dione with amazing resiliency. The Titaness rounded up again by Blair Davenport. Dione with elbows to Blair Davenport. Davenport rounded up by Dione. There's a beautiful suplex from Dione. Dione slammed down by Blair Davenport. Rounded up again. Davenport catching more elbows from Dione. Davenport backs off a hard right, drives her into the far corner. Dione turns her around. Gets her leg draped over the middle rope. Hard kick to the leg. Down goes Blair Davenport into a seated position again. Dione gonna help her out. An assisted alley-oop out of the corner. Dione making her way to the top turnbuckle as Carmella is tagged in. Dione changes her mind on the high risker and hangs up Carmella off the top rope. Certainly not expecting that. Carmella catching wrist clutch stomps to the chest from Dione the Titaness. Dione rounds her up. Carmella back into an abdominal stretch right back where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we came in. Blair Davenport stopping the submission. Dione gets a hold of her. Here's a kick to Blair Davenport. Dione has her all the way up. Oh, powerbomb. And a stomp to the midsection. Carmella has not moved. Dione slams Blair Davenport's face to the canvas. Rounds up Carmella again. Hard right spins her around. Dione's got her all the way up. Slams her down again. Electric chair facebuster from Dione the Titaness. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3, and chalk this one up. It is all over. Dione the Titaness defeating both members of the Future Endeavor by pinfall.
Here's the time, 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Here's your winner, Dione the Titaness.
Well, in her mind, Dione the Titaness might feel like she underachieved on that match. Took a little bit of doing, but she finally takes down one of the two members of the Future Endeavor for a 1-2-3 pinfall as Carmella collapses face first into the canvas. Dione picking up a handicap pinfall win. We'll be back with our main event right after the break.